Hi and welcome to Gone with Film. Today we're going to look at expired Instax film and we'll see how it works, how it expires, and if it is really worth it to use expired Instax film. Instax film is what is known as integral instant film. All the chemicals that's needed to develop a print is integrated or integral into the print itself. When you look at an Instax film, you'll see that it has the photo part and the black part. The light hits the black part of the photo. Then when your camera ejects the film, the rollers pierce the chemicals that's held in the pod here. So the chemicals are spread throughout the photo and it's developed and the picture comes out on one side. Like food that expires, these developing chemicals also expire or they lose their effectivity. A certain time after manufacture, these chemicals start to oxidize and they start to break down and they're no longer as effective as they once were. That is why film manufacturers like Fujifilm put expiration dates on their film. Fujifilm puts the expiration dates on the boxes of the film. New film that is being sold on the market today has about 2 or 3 years of shelf life left before they expire. The question that many of you may have, is it worth it to shoot expired Instax film? There's no straight answer because, well, it depends. There are two main factors that are important with regards to shooting expired film. First is the expiry date, and second is the storage conditions in which the film is stored in. The storage condition is important because heat and moisture speed up the process of expiry. Fresh film, when it's left in a hot environment, will behave like an expired film pack. Let me show you some examples of how different expired film can behave depending on the storage conditions and the age. So this is a normal unexpired film with decent exposure. Notice that the colors are bright and it's contrasty. Take note that this is a wide film, but the chemicals are exactly the same as for Instax mini films. This is a film that's about a year or two after expiration. The colors are still okay and they look somewhat as good as fresh film. This film was stored at room temperature for a few months after purchase. Now, this is the same film batch as before, but this was shot about a year later and this was stored inside the camera in a hot room. Take note that the colors have become muted and the whites are very bluish and there's a general shift in the colors. So it's still acceptable, but it doesn't look like fresh film. Now this is where it looks bad. This is 2 years expired film from a pack that was left opened and sealed but removed from the foil packaging. As you can see, there's nothing, no pictures. This was left in a hot room and only a shadow came out. That was supposed to be me taking a selfie. This is probably the worst case. This is totally expired film of an unknown age. This came inside a second-hand camera from Japan. I estimate it to be around 5 to 10 years expired. It didn't even develop. And when you look at the back, you'll see that the chemicals didn't even spread. So they probably dried out before being shot. So what's the takeaway from this? The only reason to shoot expired film is the cost. So if you can get expired film for much cheaper than you can get the fresh film, then go ahead and buy it. But take note that it should have been stored well and it depends on the date. I personally would not use expired film that's more than 2 or 3 years past expiry. Anything after that is a bit of a gamble, as you can see from the examples I've shown you. But then expired film can be a good savings. You can save a lot on expired film. I see that sellers are selling expired film packs for about 20 to maybe 50% less than fresh film. So that's a good way to save on shooting Instax. So if you can see one, go ahead and try. Just make sure it's been stored well. I hope this has been helpful for you in choosing and buying your film. And if it does, please do like, comment, and subscribe. That helps me a lot. And until then, see you next time.